this is all the glitter that came out of my filter for my transmission. So looks like we are gonna do a training service hopefully as well. Awesome. What is up, everybody? My name is Dane Thompson. Welcome back to another episode of BurnDown. So, in this episode, I want to give you guys an update. And my update is, my car's not here because yesterday it actually ran and drove. And today, I don't have a transmission in it. How did that happen, you might ask? Well, I took it over to my friend Chuck's house because he has a lift. And I figured it'd be a lot easier to change the converter that I used to have sitting over there and then change it out, because the one that was in the car, it was pushing through it on the top end, making power, and it just wasn't holding. So, long story short, put it up on the rack, pulled the transmission, all the stuff, got the new converter that I have, put everything all back together, and then this morning I went back over there to finish it up because we ended up being a little late yesterday, and I dropped the pan. I was going to change out the transmission pan gasket and then the transmission filter, dropped everything, and when I poured the fluid out to, get it out of the pan to store it and to clean everything up, I noticed a lot of shavings, and they weren't like, it wasn't little glittery specks like maybe something's wearing. It was like chunks of crap floating in there like bad, and it was all magnetic. And then, my heart kind of sunk because I'm this close, and I was literally waiting on this sensor to come in today. And then I was going to be done, and we are going to be hopefully at the dyno making some numbers. And now I'm without a transmission. So I've been scrambling. I called all my friends, anybody I knew that could either, help or might have one for sale or whatever we could do to get this thing done, because I still have to put these things in and get the thing tuned, and I am running out of time. So I made a few phone calls. A buddy of mine is supposed to come over Monday to help me go through it. He knows transmissions. I do not know transmissions at all. And I really don't want to try to learn and then try to take it to Vegas, because I don't think that that's going to work out very well, and I'll just end up with a transmission that probably has 4 neutrals in Vegas, and I'd rather have fun or just not drag it out there. If it just has neutrals, there's really no point to waste the fuel dragging it. But we are going to see how we go. So what I'm going to do is go back over to Chuck's. I'm going to wire in the sensor, and then I have to fix the passenger side blinker because there's no bulb. I had to cut the socket out because of the charge pipe. So I got that all buttoned up. We'll show you guys what the car looks like with the hood cut and everything. And I wanted to make this video and like show the car off and then show it running and all that fun stuff, and then be like, we're on our way to the dyno. Well, it's not. It's on a rack and there is no transmission in it. And it's not really that exciting, but that's par for the course. When you're building cars, building hot rods, trying to go fast, it's going to beat you up. And I can't always show you guys the good stuff and all the victories, because that's what you watch fake TV for. You watch this because you probably like to see normal guys like you struggle, and then you're like, hey, I don't feel so bad that thing took me way too much time to install, because it always does. It's not, there's no movie magic. You get your ass handed to you, and then you get up, you dust yourself off, and you just push forward and you keep kicking ass. And that's why it's exciting when you do big things. When this car makes power, if I win the grudge race, any of this stuff, I get to even drive it to Vegas. If we make it to Vegas, I mean, all of that stuff is going to be so much better than, say, it just worked. You just put everything in and you just buy all the nice stuff and you put it together. That's really not what we can do over here, unfortunately. And even if we could, what fun is that? Let's struggle a little bit. It builds character. We're going to have character. Me and you, we're going to be all right. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just telling myself this, by the way. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm going to take the sensor. I got a soldering iron, a few things. We're going to gather our crap up. We'll take it over to Chuck's. I'll kind of show you the car on the rack. It's kind of neat because I can walk underneath, probably film the underneath. Like all the lines and stuff you guys watch me struggle on, I can actually film it and walk around. It's beautiful having a lift. And it's the first time this car's ever been on a lift. Let's get our crap. Let's go over there. I'll show you the car, kind of go over where it's at, but that's pretty much it. This is like the update video. I'm not going to bore you with me putting in like one sensor, but at least you know where the car is at. I can give you a look at it, see if we can find some of that glitter I was talking about, but I think everything was cleaned out already and kind of put back in place. But we are going to keep on rolling, and dyno day is coming. It's coming soon, and hopefully we're going to try to put down, I'd like to see 600 at the tire is the goal. It made five and some change, like 530, 530 and 510. last time, I think like 15 PSI. So with all the updates and all the stuff, I'd love to see 600, but it's just until we run out of injector. That's where the horsepower is gonna go. So whatever the injectors are gonna allow us to have and whatever that setup makes, as long as it runs, it gets me to Vegas, we can at least race the F-Bum. At this point, I just want to get there and run F-Bum and see how we do. All right, so we made it over to my friend Chuck's house. I'm making trips back and forth because there's a vehicle in my way. I gotta tote all my stuff. I got my box of shame wiring that has like all the miscellaneous wiring, so I can do that sensor. And then I have a little lamp. He actually had a bulb in a socket, so we're just gonna splice the old pigtail for the blinker on, then get that put in. Then we'll lower the car down and I'll do the rest of the wiring. And I'll show you around, and then I won't bore you with too much wire or nothing. I'll just kind of show you where we're at problem wise, but we're gonna get it. So here she is on the lift. So weird to be able to walk underneath this thing. There's all my fuel lines that we made. There's where the transmission's supposed to live. Here's the culprit. There's my new converter. Well, new to me, used. Yeah, and then the pan's already been cleaned. I don't think I have any examples. It's my old converter. Let me see. Yeah, but yeah, we dumped it into that black pan over there, and it was just glitter city. So we will see how we go. All right, there's my little blinker because the pipe is in the way, so I cut this thing out. Yeah. You can see that it goes in here, so that sits in there. We wired it in. We'll zip tie that bad boy, and then the cover will just be held on with one screw. Zip tie like this. Then we look awesome. I've never noticed this, but it says Mickey Thompson in the groove of the tire. That probably means my tires are too bald, if you can read that. If you can read this, buy new Mickey Thompsons. All right, coming down with it. Got the blinker done. We're gonna mess with other stuff. There we go. All right, so this is my sensor, and then it goes into the dome.
Here's a set of metrics.
Like that. All right, so we got this guy wired in, and it goes down and then to the computer, but I gotta find a 5-volt signal. So it sends it 5 volts, you ground it, and then the signal wire reads that. So we gotta figure out where that is. I gotta look that up. But if you noticed, I cut the hood up, so let me show you guys. Oh, and we put these new slick hinges on with the old springs, and I about killed myself putting those on, but that's another story. So that is it. We got the hood pins to hold it on, and we got the little protruding intake. So we are almost there. We are getting there. Well, that is it for the update on the car. We're gonna come back and thrash on it tomorrow, but hopefully next time you see it, we're gonna be dyno ready and hopefully making some power. Just so you know, Chuck is the owner of the 37. This is one that I did, that I have the video on. You guys should check it out. I'll leave a link on the screen. And very cool car. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Remember, like it, share it with your friends, tell the world. I'm out.